Every time I cremated a body, I'd secretly pocket whatever burial offerings they had on them. This time, I really hit the jackpot. The woman was wearing 2 gold bracelets on her wrist. When no one was looking, I quickly slipped them off, planning to sell them for a good price. The moment I got home, I listed the bracelets online. Gold sells fast. It wasn't long before someone reached out. But when I called the buyer, all I heard was a piercing, inhuman noise on the other end. At first, I thought my phone was broken, but the next second, there was a knock at the door. Thinking it was a friend, I got up to answer it, but when I looked through the peephole, there was no one there. I turned back to get on with my business, but the doorbell rang again. My heart skipped a beat. Something was wrong. I went back to check through the peephole and froze in horror. The entire wall outside was covered in strange, eerie symbols. A wave of dread washed over me, and I stumbled backward instinctively. Then, through the peephole, something flew past. I completely lost it. I was so terrified I nearly pissed myself. I yanked the door open and rushed outside to look, but there were no blood, red symbols on the wall. Nothing out of the ordinary at all. I figured my eyes were playing tricks on me, too shaken to dwell on it. I went back to finish the bracelet deal, but the moment I sat down, something strange happened again. I looked down, and there was a scar on my wrist that hadn't been there before. It was identical to the scar on the dead woman's wrist. My mind went blank. Could it be she had come for me? I scrubbed at the scar with all my might, desperately trying to rub it off. Then, just like that, everything returned to normal. The scar vanished. At that exact moment, the buyer called back, still dazed. I answered the phone, but after everything that had just happened, a chill ran down my spine. Desperate to escape these nightmares, I rushed to meet the buyer at the agreed location. But while I was waiting, the call suddenly cut off. I was furious. Then, the next second, someone nearby was crushed to death. I saw the dead man's phone and suspected he was my buyer. I reached out to dial a number, but just then, another piece of debris came crashing down, reducing the body to a pulp. That is when it finally hit me. Something was very, very wrong. I turned and ran. I knew it in my gut ever since I took those bracelets. Nothing but bad things had happened. I had to get rid of them, or I was as good as dead. I rushed to a pawn shop, but it was closed. Just as I was about to leave, I ran into the dead woman's relatives. The moment we passed each other, a truck came barreling toward us out of nowhere and sent us all flying.